important in your life, and why you can be healthier and smarter about aging and going forward in your life when you include them. This is really about getting up to date with the research and getting up to date with the times. The time of low-fat diets is now over. There is so much evidence out there now to show that you should be eating good fats for the health of your brain, especially if you want to lose weight. The cholesterol myth along with this has been so thoroughly debunked. And now you need to be enjoying sexy, delicious, smart fats. And we're going to look at why you should be eating them and what are the best ones. Now, as I touched on it before, clinical trials have shown that the right smart fats actually reduce the risk of diabetes and heart disease. And it's sugar. It's not fat that is responsible for all of the degenerative diseases that are going out there that we hear about so often. Certain foods containing omega-3s and the new kid on the block now, omega-7s, are having a massive role to play when they are eaten as part of your normal healthy lifestyle diet. And these things, the foods that are rich in these are avocados, macadamia nuts, pomegranate oil, and they are wonderful if you need to curb those hunger pangs, if you want to bring your stress down, and if you need to support those reproductive hormones. Those are your oils of choice, and they should be things that you are putting on your plate at some point every day. So many people today are changing their habits, and they're doing it for very good reasons. For example, when people are taking their fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, D and K, they're doing it with a fat. And the reason for that is they get a much higher nutrient absorption by having a fat with it. And it's able to pass, into their bloodstream better, into the blood-brain barrier better. Everything works better. And by employing a fat with it, they get to enjoy more of the essential fatty acids that we absolutely can't live without and our bodies thrive upon. So what else can we tell you about them? Fats have been shown to reduce inflammation in a whole host of diseases such as psoriasis, eczema, arthritis, depression, and they've also been shown, amazingly, to stabilise blood sugars. And how many people have blood sugar problems today when you look at all the things they're eating and they don't realise it? So I thought we would have a look at some of the oils very briefly in a little bit of detail so that you have more of an idea of what you're doing. Omega-6s, they've had a bad rap for a long time, but the new research is that we really, really need them as part of our diet every day. And there are several types of omega-6 fatty acids. They come in vegetable oils in the form of linoleic acid, often known as LA, and the body converts linoleic acid into GLA, which is gamma-linoleic acid. And then it goes into the arachidonic pathway, arachidonic acid, which is AA, and it's the arachidonic pathway that causes the inflammation that people get very concerned about. You can get GLA from several plant-based oils, including evening primrose oil, borage oil, and black currant seed oil. And most of these oils contain some linoleic acid, which we want at all costs in our diet. The omega-3s are the ones that most people are more familiar with. They come in the form of fish oils such as big fish and krill. They're known as EPAs and DHAs. You've seen those on many bottles, I'm sure. We're trying to encourage many, many children to have them, as well as the adults. They should be taking them too. And your plant sources are flax seeds, chia seeds and hemp oil. And these are very high in ALA, which is alpha-linoleic acid, which are essential for everybody. Now, there are a certain group of people, and this is very valid, who are moving away from a fish as a source of their omega-3s. And this is because there is so much contamination with our fish today, with mercury, PCBs, radioactive substances such as strontium. So anybody who's got a problem with heavy metal toxicity, generally they've had a mouthful of fillings, would do well to avoid large amounts of predator fish in their diet, specifically for this reason. Particularly also if they're trying to detox from heavy metal toxicity. The tuna, the salmon, all of those things would be best not eaten, or maybe once a month at best. So let's have a little look at the use of some of these individual oils and how they support us. Consuming GLAs from evening primrose oil and borage oil and black currant seed oil is amazing because it will retrain your metabolism. And if you think you've got a slow metabolism and needs a little bit of an oomph, get onto those oils. These are amazing smart fats. Not only do they trigger fat burning, but brown fat burning, which speeds up your metabolism for weight loss, and it also supports your sodium pump. And this is essential for your kidneys and for your blood pressure and your cardiac contractions. So it's really going to support many aspects of the body, and it's such a simple thing, just, you know, taking a little bit of oil every day. When you take specific, When you take specific oils like GLAs, you can start to enjoy lots of other benefits like taut skin. It's amazing for PMS and perimenopause, and it also helps remove that awful morning stiffness when you get out of bed in the morning. The dosages that most people do well on vary from between 360 milligrams to about 2 grams a day. And different strokes for different folks. You have to play around with what works for you, but that generally is a pretty good guideline. Many people may not be aware, but GLAs can be really, really helpful for inflammation. And black seed oil is really, really helpful for many reasons. Sorry, black currant seed oil, because it's got omega-3s in it, in that it's got it pushes the arachidonic pathway, which is the inflammation area, out of the way, because it has omega-3 in it as well. So which makes it definitely an oil of choice. And it is also one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories for your GI tract as well. So black currant seed oil has been shown to relieve so many things. Definitely an oil of choice. Look at it particularly if you've got arthritis, swelling and inflammation. People who are recovering from injuries will find it helpful, menstrual cramps, and it also has the added benefit of supporting your immune system by giving a little bit of oomph to your T helper cells. So another, you know, really good reason. But your immune system overall is so much better when you have oils on board. Next we have the CLAs, the conjugated linoleic acid. And this is a reason why we should all be having good organic grass-fed meat. This is where you're going to find it, especially with beef and in dairy products. Now, it's winter, we want to keep warm, but if anybody wants to lose a few of those extra pounds still hanging around from Christmas, the CLAs are your bestest friend. Numerous studies have shown that it has a profound effect on calorie burning. And if you want fat loss around the tummy areas as well, this is your oil of choice, your CLA. So enjoy your beef more. And it's helpful for people who are bodybuilding, who are going to the gym a lot. It helps to promote the growth of cell membranes, and it's very, very good for lean muscle mass. The one oil that can do no wrong in everybody's eyes is one you all know, but let's look at it briefly, is coconut oil. We love coconut oil. It is full of MCTs, which is medium chain triglycerides. It's great for cooking with. It's able to be at a high temperature, so you can whack it in the frying pan. If you're frying something gently, it will tolerate the heat, unlike olive oil that doesn't. So you cook with coconut oil, don't ever cook with olive oil. You can take coconut oil in an MCT oil form. You can take it as a fat. You can take it through cooking. There are numerous ways. But what is it good for? It is amazing for cognitive function, especially for those people who've got Alzheimer's or other neurodegenerative disorders. It's amazing for producing ketones, which helps you to break down the fat in your body. And here's a tip, something you may not be aware of. Hi Jim, I can just see you've joined us. If you've had the misfortune of having your gallbladder taken out, coconut oil is one of the few oils that will completely bypass the gallbladder. So it's not going to cause you any upsets. And this is wonderful because people are very concerned about eating fats when they've had their gallbladder removed. And coconut fat will bypass that, and you can enjoy it on so many levels, and it is so nourishing for the body. 2 tablespoons a day of this fat will really support the body on so many levels. Plus, if you take that for 6 weeks, you are going to dramatically reduce your tummy fat. So another reason for having spoonfuls of it a day. It's fantastic. Let's have a look at the omega-7s. We've got omega-3s, we've got omega-6s, and omega-7s is where all the new research is. Everybody is getting really excited about the omega-7s. They are the new kids on the block. And you obtain omega-7 from macadamia nuts, from pecans or pecans, however you prefer to pronounce it, and anchovy oil. These are getting lots of attention because of the way they affect weight loss in particular. And they can significantly lower blood pressure, and they are fabulous for your joints, for hair, skin and nails. But the reason that this is really getting the attention of people is because it does something that no other oil has been found to do so far, and that is that it can promote collagen production, which is why it is so good for your joints, and it will also support your immune system in a very big way. So if your joints are going and you're sort of a more senior age, get onto those oils. Let's promote that collagen growth, and you may find they are a lot more comfortable. Now, there are a few fat issues, as in people can't regulate their fats, and it's normally because their gallbladder has not been cleaned, it's not been looked after, and it's not working very well. And what happens is that the knock-on effect of that is that you are not able to metabolize your fats. Now, the symptoms of this are very simple. You may not realize they are a symptom of you not being able to metabolize fats, but let me just give you a few of them. So, dry skin, a bitter taste in the mouth, feeling dizzy, pale stools, inability to detox generally, burping. Sometimes people may feel a little nauseousness. All of these can be symptoms of not being able to metabolize fats. And there's also the plain and simple, your gallbladder is uncomfortable when you've had a really fatty meal. And for those of you who don't know where your gallbladder is, it's right underneath your rib cage on the right hand side, high up underneath the liver. So that's where you can find it. Therefore, eating large amounts of fat is amazing for you, but in conjunction with looking after your gallbladder. And the way you do that, lemon water is great in the morning. Ox bile salts are a really cheap and easy way of doing it. Choline's a good way of doing it. Taurine's a good way of doing it. And this is great because you want those fats to be emulsified in the body so that they can be metabolized properly and life becomes a lot more comfortable. Now, sometimes there are some storage issues with some of your oils. There's some beautiful oils out there, and they very easily go rancid and degrade and oxidize if they're not kept in the correct way. When you get a good oil, it should come in a container which is very dark, which may be black or navy blue, so no light can get into it, because a lot of oils will degrade in the presence of light, and some oils degrade in the presence of oxygen too. So if you're going to have seed oil, for example, like chia or flaxseed, the best thing to do is to have the grains themselves, grind them up in a coffee grinder. 2 tablespoons is a really good amount. Grind them up, then put them in your salads or yogurt or however you're going to have them. And then the oil is not rancid, it's not degraded, and it's rich, and it will get to exactly the places that it is required to get to. Last few words on this. As I said at the beginning, if you would like to age well, you need to nourish your body with fat. Your body's preferred source of fuel, in fact, your brain's preferred source of fuel is fat. And so the better the fats that you can get into your body, the better. So if you get smart about the fats you eat, then you will outsmart the aging process. And this is what is so important. Different people respond to different oils, different strokes for different folks. If you're not sure what you need, then please get in touch with me. We can run an oil panel. I've got all of them listed, and we can look at what oils support your body the best, and then you can start off right at the beginning with things that your body is going to go, thank you so much for, and your body will then demonstrate how happy it is by giving you more energy, more cognitive function. You'll be sharper, faster, better in every way. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any other issues going on that you can't find the solutions to, you know my motto, I believe there is always a solution to every problem. Do get in touch with me for an appointment. You will find me at liliasalmira.com. I'll spell that for you. That's Lilias, AHM for mother, EIRA. And I will be delighted to help you and see what we can do to make life better for you. That's it for me tonight. I hope this has been helpful, and I will look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Many thanks. Good night.